Hey, this is Brandon from DMV Access, and I'm sitting with Ben and Dave from Aerist. They're, well, I guess a metalcore band from Montgomery County, right?
We're a progressive metal band from Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
Neither of those things were correct.
It's okay. There are many elements of metalcore involved.
That is very true. D-Gent, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Tell me about your guys' band.
We are. What about it?
Like, how's the writing process go down in it?
Well, Dave or Paulo often will write most of the music, and then the subject matter, the lyrical content, is concept based. It's based on a book series that I'm writing. Okay. The exact medium of that we're going to express in is not really determined. It could be a graphic novel or book series, but either way, once I hear the sound, I get an inspiration how to relate it to the story, and then we write lyrics from there. And with further projects involved, I've been trying my own hand at writing, incorporating a lot of story-based music theory into the rhythms, but that's a little complicated for now to discuss.
The writing process is interesting. I think each one of us. Yeah, I can hold that if you want me to.
What instrument do you play again?
I play guitar.
You're a drummer, right?
Yeah.
That's the drums right there. Okay.
So essentially, we all come at writing from a different point of view. For me, it's very much I try to paint a picture with the music I write. I try to include the colors and textures that I see in my mind when I'm playing music. And then we really go from that level of creative thinking, and I turn over my work to Ben, who then goes from his creative place, incorporating the whole backstory of our music, and finding a way to really find a happy medium between my creative process and his. And of course, there are other members of the band who do some writing, but it usually comes from that sort of starting point, and then we all add our own little flavors to that sauce until it's a nice goulash, if you will.
Yeah. A little gumbo going on. Do you guys got any cool shows coming up soon?
I believe Dave knows the details.
Yeah, so I'll take that again. So we've got a show coming up at the Treehouse Lounge in Washington, D.C., July 16th. We're taking some time off before that and possibly after, because we're currently wrapping up post-production on our two-sided, on our first full length, but it's two EPs. It's a two-part album. So it's going to be called Spawn of Entropy. We can make that announcement now, I guess. And it's got two parts to it. The first book, I believe, is the Book of Jacob, and the second book is the Book of Shinma. And they highlight different elements and plot points in the story that Ben has written, basically, and they're like the first 10 songs that I wrote before we were really a full band with all the other members, and it was just me and Ben. He'll speak more to sort of the thematic elements of it, but we've already put out one single from it. It's called Visage, and that's sort of been our driving point until we release the actual music later in the summer. But actually, Ben and I met in college. We got randomly placed together as roommates, and that's sort of how things went forward. I was already talking to him about joining a band that I was currently in, but that band fell apart, and then we got set together as roommates in lottery. It's fucking Wheel of Fate, yeah. But Ben can touch more upon the thematic elements of the EP. I don't know if you want to say that, Ben.
Talk anything else about the EP?
More can be released later. More details, but the two sides are meant to reflect, I suppose, the two personality spectrum, sides of the personality spectrum that our music. We're talking about a specific character, so two EPs, two sides to a person, essentially. Yes.
Pretty deep stuff right there. When is the expected date-ish?
So, in terms of release date, we're reluctant to give one yet because we're self-produced band. We have all our own production equipment, and it takes us months to produce everything because we actually have the freedom to take as long as we want producing it because we do it ourselves. So, I'm reluctant to say specific date, but I know that part one will be out before the end of July for sure. and part 2 will probably be released soon after. They're being concurrently produced, and they're both about at the same point in terms of production, but we want to separate them out, give a good amount of time between each release. You got no dingus questions?
Do you want some dingus questions?
If you want to.
He said like 3. Who is your daddy? Just like, no, I'm just kidding. Who's like the goofball in the band? Like, who does like the John? What is he? What is John and Ryan?
Our bassist and one of our 2 vocalists. I would say they have the most jovial natures, I suppose.
Any funny stories they've done? Like anything crazy?
Well, you just got to see John perform live. He's He's got a long, kind of gangly body. He moves about in a very interesting way. So it's quite entertaining.
Our bass player Ryan is from Massachusetts. He wears the same outfit for pretty much a week every time he comes down here to play a show. He's like the guy on the couch. If that means anything to you, he has been known to wear a shirt that just says "Blunt" on it at every single show we've played. He's just an interesting character. He can deadlift almost 5 plate, so he's like a gigantic monster man. Yeah. We incorporate physical activity and athletics into as much as we can in this band.
Keep that cardio up.
Most of us are fitness enthusiasts, either powerlifters or martial artists or some combination of those. Yeah, I train in MMA, but I think if that has any relevance at all, it is apparent in the way we play music. Gives us that drive and intensity, as well as technical abilities. So it's all part of the same picture, I suppose.
Like big partiers, like at the shows. I don't know, like any crazy party stories at the shows. Anything crazy happen ever?
Well, Paulo used to invite us to these like crazy parties that this like fraternity he was like slightly involved with back in college would throw, and it'd always be funny because it'd be like rolling in with a crew of guys from like a progressive metal band into like a frat party. Yeah, so those are some fun times, and I mean Paulo's birthday party like last year was pretty awesome. Yeah, we like to unwind. We'll have a couple drinks. We like to get to know our fans and like chill and have a good time. Yeah. One cool time we all went to go see North Lane, Vale Maya, Structures, Bill Jarda, and then afterwards we actually like hung around and got to talk to some of the guys from Vale Maya and have a drink with them. So that was really cool.
Turn up.
John and I came up through college knowing each other a little bit, throwing each other in pools and breaking bottles in suburban neighborhoods, but such days are behind me now.
Adult corporate life. We gotta do it. Is everyone in the band single?
No.
Everyone's taken?
No, not everyone.
Who's single? You got some lady fans. Like
single but Dave.
Okay, so ladies knowing him, everybody else on these guys. But yeah, this is Aerist, and you guys are cool ass guys, man. Like, thanks for coming out and doing this interview with DMV Access. Any last final words to say? I don't know. Cool catchphrase like Cowabunga or something.
We are Legion.
We are Legion. That's it.
Life is a dream.
Thank you, bass god.
In a locked room.
In your
head.
Thanks, guys.